Welcome to That's Good Sports. I am Brandon. After several days of rest and several whiskeys, I am fully recovered from the loss to the Oakland Raiders. Perna. This is the Broncos versus Bears prediction episode where Will Keys and I evaluate each big matchup, award the better side a point, tally the points, and use that to predict a winner. We were horribly wrong last week about the Raiders and promised to be just as bad in this episode. Both the Broncos and the Bears played some embarrassingly bad football to start the season. So the question is, which team will bounce back and get a win this week? The Bears defense is a lot better than the Raiders, but can the Denver defense feast on a quarterback who won't be getting rid of the ball in 2.3 seconds like Derek Carr? And can John Elway stay the fuck away from Guy Fieri for 5 minutes? Just 5 minutes, John, and get us a win. 5 minutes. Let's get sports. Oh yeah, you got those 8-bit Broncos shirt designs in the Teespring t-shirt store below. There's a link, there's a other thing there. And Bears fans, I even got 8-bit shirts for you. But first, I have Big Dick Patreon shoutouts for Eddie Schaefer with a $20 donation and asked me that I say, "Congratulations on starting your career, Elena, and Dallas sucks." For $20, I'll say pretty much anything. Congrats, Elena. We also have Chatty Riss Williams Jr., Ben Saxon, Fuck AB, Can You Digs It, Give Chargers 8-bit design. There is a Chargers 8-bit design. It's in the store. Sue Kalu, Dr. Moses Flores Jr. III, Texas Big Dick Perna, RC Trip, and Tom Brady is GOAT. God damn it. I hate when you make me say that, but fair enough. Patreon.com/ThatsGoodSports. That's how you keep this channel alive. I can't believe I have to give Empower Feel that Mile High a half-point advantage. Kind of fitting name, though, Empower Field, after Joe Ellis and the Trust empowered themselves to control the team. Nikki Jabala dropped an article about Beth Bolin and Amy Clemmer today. That's Pat Bolin's oldest daughters who filed a petition in Arapahoe County Court as to the validity of the trust. Now, you should read Nikki's article on The Athletic to better understand the situation, but basically, the team's not going to me, so what a shock that was to read, damn it! But let's move on to things that really matter, like points in a football game. Coach versus coach. For all the talk about how much Vic Fangio loves sweatpants, he didn't have the meatballs to wear them on the sideline in his debut. He went with standard blue pants instead, which immediately made him way too overdressed for the Oakland Coliseum. He looked like Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly when they showed up for that job interview in tuxedos and Step Brothers. Now, Fangio is trying to get his first win going against his old team, the defense he used to coach and the offense he used to practice against every day. The question is, will he have the inside scoop on the Bears, or will the Bears have the inside scoop on him? Matt Nagy does not wear sweatpants, but he does wear a visor, which will likely give him a sunburn on his bare scalp that permeates his brain and affects his ability to call plays. You're a mile high closer to the sun, Nagy. Hopefully he does something silly like call 30 consecutive passing plays like he did against the Packers in their loss. Even then, I'm giving the Bears a 0.25 advantage until Fangio gets that first W. Broncos offense versus Bears defense. Now, you may remember Adam Rank picked the Broncos to go 2-14 and for his Bears to win the Super Bowl.
Hey, did somebody on YouTube say my name?
Oh, damn you, Adam Rank. Damn you.
Oh, don't worry, Brandon. I come in peace. I'm a peaceful person, and besides, the Broncos are going to win this week.
Oh, no. No, you do not. You do not come onto my show and tell me my team is going to win, your Bears are going to win, and you're already 1/14 of the way to being right with your stupid prediction because, like I always say, Adam ruins everything.
You're okay, but seriously, Joe Flacco, just getting comfortable in this offense. He's going to start just crushing it, throwing the ball all over the field, and I could see him being more accurate because Even last week, Aaron Rodgers wasn't accurate, and the Bears still lost the game.
Maybe, but do you understand what kind of history Khalil Mack has with unproven Broncos right tackles? He's gonna heat up Joe Cool like some day-old Chicago deep dish and then destroy the bathroom in the locker room because New York style doesn't make you shit your pants.
Do you understand what kind of history Mitch Trubisky has with the left side of the football field? Unlike that Raiders rookie running back, their coach actually gave him the ball.
Tarik Cohen is going to one-up Devin Hester and take 3 kicks back against us.
It's going to take the Gooch Master Brandon McManus all of 2 kicks to beat this team. The Bears are averaging 3 points a game this season.
Eddie Pinero? Why does your kicker sound like he belongs on a sandwich?
Why does your kicker look like some extra from Boogie Nights? I'm sorry. We're trying to be nice to each other here.
Oh, no, I was too. Sandwiches are my favorite. They are at the top of the food chain in my eyes.
Yeah, I was being nice too. Boogie Nights was one of my favorite movies of 1997. It was one of Paul Thomas Anderson's best movies ever. And I will say, this Bears season is like that scene where they're trying to pretend that the baking soda is cocaine. And they're freaking out, and the guy's playing Sister Christian in the background. There's a cabin boy lighting off fireworks. Yeah, that's what the Bears season has been like already.
So we agree. Both teams are going to lose on Sunday.
Yeah, that's right. That's why I took time out of my busy schedule. I do NFL Fantasy League 1. I do NFL Fantasy Live. I've got the Adam Ray podcast, which you can find on Apple Pods, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, the iHeartRadio app, my radio show on KLOL.
All right, that's enough. I can't wait to not listen. Hey, maybe now that I've plugged your show a couple times here on my channel, you can return the favor and drop my name on the NFL Network.
Whoa. I don't think I can hear you. No. It's cutting out right now. Yeah, we'll see you later, shithead. Take it easy.
What happened to our signal?
We'll see you later, shithead.
Earlier this week, Vic Fangio gave one of the best quotes since...
Good for you, bud.
...when he was discussing Khalil Mack.
And then when we got him, and it was just after a few days, it was like, holy shit.
Pretty sure that was the same thing Michael Schofield said when he tried to block Mack. The Broncos are missing Jawan James on the right side now, so that means we're getting Khalil Mack versus Elijah Wilkinson. The bar has been set at allowing 5 sacks, so as long as he can hold him under that, it's going to be a successful day. The Bears ravished the Packers offense on Thursday night, again making Aaron Rodgers probably the least accurate he's ever been. The Packers, like the Broncos, have a new head coach, and we're running a new offense, and it did not go well. If that defense can take Rodgers down 5 times, what's going to happen to Flacco, who compared to Rodgers on the mobility scale is a pair of crutches? Rodgers, of course, is the hover round or a walking cane with a cool skull on top. Khalil Mack, like Von Miller, didn't even have a sack week 1. The Bears did it with Leonard Floyd, Roy Robertson Harris, Akeem Hicks, and Aaron Lynch. The Broncos' offensive line needs a significant jump in performance if Denver wants to have any chance on offense against the Bears. This Bears front is a lot more talented than the Raiders. The Broncos, I think, must deploy a more consistent rushing attack. I'd like to see Royce Freeman get more carries, like 6 to 8 more carries in this game. He averaged 5.6 per carry week 1, and I think he can wear down a defense and open up dynamic big play opportunities for Phillip Lindsay. Cortland Sutton looked great against the Raiders. The positive spin for everyone else in the skill position area is Noah Fant can be a lot better. Deshaun Hamilton was 1 play away from changing that last game. Emmanuel Sanders had 86 yards and a touchdown in his first full game back after his injury. It's easy to say everyone can play better, but this offense has real potential for that to actually be true this season. Just maybe not against the Bears this weekend. Full point for Chicago. Special teams versus special teams. Brandon McManus' 64-yarder on dirt would have been good from about 70 in Denver, 80 in Mexico City, and 100 in Lhasa, Tibet. so we can only assume that his mustache has granted him otherworldly kicking powers. But the Bronco who will need to kick his best is punter Colby Wadman, because the Bears have a very dangerous returner in Tarik Cohen. As I mentioned, with Adam Rank, the Bears kicker, Eddie Pinheiro, is unproven and will eventually be purchased by Jersey Mike's. This season, he's 1 for 1 from 38, the only Bear to score any points so far. Tarik Cohen alone gives the Bears a half-point advantage. Bears offense versus Broncos defense. The bad news is Pro Football Focus gave the Raiders the highest overall passing grade from Week 1. Again, take that for what it's worth, as they graded the Raiders higher than the Ravens in their 6-touchdown, 380-yard passing game. The point is, the Broncos defense had serious issues covering Oakland's ball catchers. A unit I called the worst in the NFL 1 week ago without Antonio Brown. Now the Bears have a left guard named Cody Whitehair. Last week, Denver played against Tahir Whitehead. This can only mean one thing. After this season, the Broncos are going to the White House. Or maybe just whitehouse.com, which every kid learns is different than whitehouse.gov. Or whitehead is what a white hair becomes after being in the league too long. My point, per Brett Coleman, Whitehair and Kyle Long gave up 13 pressures against the Packers, and Mitch Trubisky was sacked 5 times in that game. Like the Broncos, I think if the Bears want to succeed, they need to actually run the ball in this game. Chicago rushed just 12 times, not including Trubisky's 3, which I'm sure weren't planned, and none of those runs were to Tarik Cohen, one of their most dynamic playmakers. Mike Davis, David Montgomery, and Cohen could be a problem even if linebacker Todd Davis is back in the lineup, as he hasn't played all preseason. Both Davis and Bryce Callahan are currently listed as questionable. One read Trubisky might just have to make one read, which is which guy is Isaac Yiadom covering. If Callahan can't go, that could be the difference between a win and loss for the Broncos. I expect the pass rush to be strong against a bad Bears line and Mitch Trubisky, and for the defensive line to disrupt the pocket, which is necessary for Miller and Chubb to have success on the edge. Denver's secondary will look like all-stars if Trubisky plays like he did against the Packers. So, optimistically, half-point Broncos. Quarterback versus quarterback. In one pocket, we have the never-moving Joe Flacco.
Believe me, I know.
And in the other pocket, we have the mobile, but that's where I make most of my worst mistakes, Mitch Trubisky. This is actually pretty simple for me. Joe Flacco was not good week 1, nor was he as bad as some may want you to believe. He did hold on to the ball for like 8 seconds and take a sack at one point, but his quick touchdown pass to Emmanuel Sanders, his touch pass to Noah Fant, and his deep ball all looked really good. He's not going to lose the game for the Broncos. He might not win it for them, but I'm giving Flacco half point over the titty lover. I will say this though, Mitch can win the game for the Bears. I saw him do some very impressive things last season, but he appears to be the type of quarterback who is always going to make just enough mistakes that the opposing team has a chance to win, especially on the road in a noisy environment against a good defense. The Broncos' X factor has to be Vic Fangio's game plan for the Bears offense. He still has a lot to learn as a head coach, but I like that he's playing the Bears this early in the season. I think he has a great opportunity to make Broncos fans forget how average the defense looked week 1. With what he does against an offense he should know better than any in the league. The Bears' X factors could be safeties Eddie Jackson and HaHa Clinton Dix. HaHa had one of the best games of his career last Thursday, but Eddie Jackson was pretty quiet. We saw Denver struggle against rookie safety Jonathan Abram with a torn labrum. Jackson was the best safety in the NFL last year, which makes me nervous as I think he's going to make some big plays after a down week 1. So as you can see, the Bears have the point advantage, just slightly. 1.75 to 1.5. I agree with the points, and I feel like the Broncos might lose a close one. I think an 0-2 start is going to cause all of us Broncos fans to have a meltdown on social media, and shit won't get easier on the road against Aaron Rodgers next week. My prediction is they're gonna win one of these two games. I just don't know which fucking one it'll be. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Sports. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, at Brandon Perna if you want to follow those social medias. Make sure you follow my writing partner at Wilkie6. He's on Twitter. He tweets about football and LaCroix. LaCroix and football. If that's what really makes you get up in the morning, do it.